Guess who has the 12
Enemy west! Enemy west! Copy! Okay, brother. Okay.
If anybody out there is actually wondering why they call themselves EnemyWest, it's this. The chanting of EnemyWest in Spawn. We'll be right back with gameplay, guys. They're just getting set up. Alright, everybody, we are approaching, not there yet, but we are going to be approaching Pistols Live, I would assume. Let me get us into Spectator. Ooh, a little bit of stutter there. Apologies for that. So this is Tell. It's Tell Firefight West, so even I have to check. This is a map that's going to be mostly controlled by nades, so we're going to be expecting, well, not mostly controlled by nades, but we're going to see a lot of nades. And then it's close action. A lot of gunfights here on this B objective. We'll talk about what's going on here in a second. We're just getting settled in. Hope everybody's having a nice day. This is a Division 3 match in DGL Season 4 of competitive Sandstorm play. Both of these teams have been competing for a couple months. SGC Firefighters is relatively new, having been, well, created prior to Season 4 starting. EnemyWest has existed for probably a year, maybe a little bit longer than that. I don't want to say that I'm an expert on their history. I have confirmed that this is EnemyWest's map. So EnemyWest chose this map as their choice. That also means that they got to pick the server for it, though both of these teams are NA, so we're not worried about paying too much. Also, Ruben apparently hasn't picked which of his teammates is sitting, so he's gonna send one of them to the naughty bin, and the other 5 will actually play. Talking about this map really quick, obviously we will be starting with a pistol round, but once we see real gun rounds coming out, sidedness, my team likes Insurgent side on this. I don't know if it's better, or maybe I'm just dumb and my team is not a fan of Insurgent side, but the B objective here is pretty tight. You've got a lot of little nooks and crannies you can hide in the 2 cubbies, or whatever they're actually called by other teams. But other than that, you got a lot of crossfires across B. That tunnel, you can see over here to Pool and to Checkers. You've got what my team calls rugs, and I'm sure the rest of the league calls blue. So I'll be screwing that up all day long, brought to you by Muzzle. But lots of crossfire on B. You've got Bridge over here watching this sightline. You've got this window and the space below the window, obviously. The A and the C objectives on this map are very different. So the A objective is contestable by both teams. The Insurgents probably will send a player to the A objective most rounds. The security team will therefore send somebody to this end of the map to defend. This little grate area becomes a nice sight line up the road. In contrast, the C objective is almost entirely inaccessible. The only access to the C objective that doesn't go through the B objective itself is through, well, when I get back there, it is through this little staircase on the left side. And unfortunately what that means is it is almost impossible for security to make an early round play onto C. Now, I believe this is Pistols Live, so we will be hopping on board and seeing who's going where. Looking at loadouts really quick, everybody but Gerbil World has armor on EnemyWest, and everybody but T-Mask has armor on SGC. Banana Boy loves these slide boosts. Those are completely expected game mechanics. He's practiced those. He is better than most people at them. He picks up one, gets Glanton entering B, but then Monitor Zero is able to refrag. So Monitor Zero now on B, playing the staircase, watching the bridge. He's going to spot this player and get this kill. So that's Monitor Zero killing Ruben. T-Mask kills Syntax. Gerbil World gets Bacon, so now it's a 3v3. Not a 3v3, the UI just bugged. Sugar Shane gets T-Mask, who was trying to go to A, and now Major Connor is last alive for his team. He's going to stay B in time. It is about 3/4 capped. And as we see that player rotating, I don't want to cover the screen, but Gerbil World is going to go to C as Monitor 0 does take out Major Connor. So there we see again, security team only really going to go C late. Early round, we will see a fight over A, but C is only going to come into play late round. And that's just the nature of having an objective that has no access points. We'll see which side gets picked for pistol. Alright, so it looks like EnemyWest has decided to start as Insurgents. One of the newest maps in the rotation, Tell, was obviously added in a moderately recent update by NWI to begin with, and lots of development. One thing to note is that obviously the DGL does not allow any out-of-bounds spots, so things that are clearly ridiculous, like getting on top of these buildings, which you can do, is not tolerated. But other than that, this map, generally speaking, does not revolve around exploits. It doesn't revolve around a lot of cheese. It is, for the most part, a heads-up gameplay, shoot the other person type of situation. You will see a lot of pre-nades and smokes, pre-nades and pre-smokes. This ramp area, or these stairs here onto B main, tends to get naded quite a lot and tends to get smoked. These windows are an awesome power position for the Insurgent team. We will have to see how and if the Insurgents play there. This room below, which I call pool, I don't know what everybody else calls it, does get played, and you will see gunfights coming across B along this angle here. A strong position that doesn't get enough focus in casting sometimes for the security team is back here in this fountain. So this fountain through this tunnel can actually see all the way back there to the windows and to the pool room. It's going to be interesting. Depending on how each team commits to A, we may see 4v4 on B. We may see one of the teams strongly committing to B and not playing A so much. And this should be live. Looking at loadouts really quick, we've got 5 gas masks, if the UI can be believed, on EnemyWest's team, and 4 on SGC's. All battle rifles, except for syntax error on the SGC side, sorry, on the EnemyWest side. And for SGC, we've got a little bit more variety that I'll go into. I'm gonna try and get a sight line onto this nade. So we got a smoke coming into ramp. We got T-Mass getting a kill with the EBR onto Glanton, and an SGC player playing up here on these steps as they cap B. They're 50% cap. Now they are contested here from Sugar Shane as he's taking gunfire and getting shot from A, but Major Connor and Bacon both pick up kills. So EnemyWest left with just Sugar Shane alive, and he's been clipped and they know where he is. So this round is going to end here very soon. And T-Mask is able to pick up Sugar Shane when he finally peaks. Quick round for SGC's favor. Not a lot of, I don't know if there's any kills. Yeah, no kills for EnemyWest. And I will try and do a better job of actually visualizing where those kills came in. This is, unfortunately, a smaller map. It's not as large as something like Hideout or Farmhouse, maybe. So, a lot of kills are going to come in quickly on the B objective. I want to see what Banana Boy's doing. The Speedster. Let's see if we can find him. He got a good spawn this round. Looking at loadouts, he's running what I believe is a... I can never tell. That's an MK18, not a Honey Badger. And T-Mask has an M14. Ruben's got a Tavor. Canadian Bacon, assuming the UI is right, is running an L85, which is probably the strangest choice. And then Major Connor running the VHS, which is not meta, but definitely not unusual to see. Banana Boy, it looks like it's going to jump out this window, but gets naded. Sugar Shane throwing that pre-nade. We got a face-to-face gunfight here from Syntax. If he just peeks a little farther, he will get clipped. And I think he's going to choose to hold and wait. He has no support from the bridge, so he's going to peek around the corner and get taken out. That's Ruben getting that kill. T-Mask kills Gerberwold with a nade. Ruben now holding the bridge, but Glanton's capped B and is not contested. So Ruben, I expect to see creep back onto B. Oh no, Ruben's taken out by a frag onto the bridge. So SGC down a man and needs to try and contest. Major Connor is going to creep. He thinks there's a player up here, but there actually isn't. T-Mask is in time to touch. He's just got to get there. And he is going to just be too late. Taking his time, being careful. Major Connor is in a, oh, he's making too much noise. He's been heard from below, almost certain. T-Mask is taking it from the bridge. Monitor Zero getting that kill. And Major Connor's last alive. I don't think he's called out, just based on how the other team is moving. They don't seem to... Now they might have heard him. Gerberwild might have just heard him, or he's just reacting, expecting Major Connor to possibly be here. But Major Connor gets the spot, gets the kill. He's going to face another challenge here. Knows the player's coming. Does get the kill into Sugar Shane. So now it's a 3v1, which is much more doable. But he is called out. And I expect if he peeks these windows... Ooh, he's lucky. Oh, he doesn't know there's a player through that tree. But the tree apparently is blocking the other player's view as well. So 2 players staring at each other, not able to actually see each other. That's a dead body. He doesn't know that there's actually a player there as well. And he doesn't know there's a player behind him in the form of Syntax Error who's sitting at the stoplight who will get the kill. So, not as quick of a round, but a good round for EnemyWest to bring back. Ties it up at 1-1. I'm going to do an aerial view for this next round at the very beginning, only for the beginning, just to try and see the nades and the smokes that are coming in. Alright, I'm back, sorry. So I'm going to work on getting an aerial view here so that we can see these nades and smokes come in, because last round there was at least 2 frag kills. Now those weren't necessarily early frag kills. Only Banana Boy jumping out of the window was an early frag. But I want to try and see these frags fly in, and the smoke grenade, which I expect to land near Checkers. So that's a smoke from EnemyWest to smoke off the tunnel, really, not a whole lot else. And that pre-nade came in, and then another pre-nade onto the staircase. And now you see more smoke coming and more nades coming. We've got 2 kills by SGC very early. Sugar Shane can't pick up that kill onto A. Gerbo World's going to try and contest B, or just cap. Nobody else had touched it, actually. But unfortunately, he's going to get naded. And Monitor Zero is last alive on his team. Does spot that player's feet through the smoke. Not able to get a kill. He's not aware that he's about to get peeked from his right. Creeps away just in time, but this window... He will be exposed to that player in the green, but T-Mask waiting at the high window will get the kill onto Monitor Zero. So, almost no progress by EnemyWest on that round. So, 4 still alive for SGC. Quick kill, quick cleanup. We'll have to see if EnemyWest brings it back on the next round. Banana Boy also, just something I want to point out, has a flash, which is something we don't see frequently because flankers just don't get as much play, and they can be a little inconsistent. They do work if somebody actually gets the flash effect. Unfortunately, NWI has some inconsistent track records about whether or not the flash effect actually hits a player who is flashed. It looks like Banana Boy is going to try and rush and maybe flash the street. He's checking. Yeah, he's going to try and flash the street. Lots of pre-nades, no kills. He flashes himself, but he's just using this to get into this spot. He is spotted and called out, but he spots this player. So he's going to kill Glanton, and Ruben's going to get Sugar Shane. Both of those kills off the objective. Banana Boy going on a world tour. He's going to loop the map, but there's a player sitting way back! Who should have shot him? Who was that? Syntax there just missed that kill. That was a free kill. I don't know what Syntax is expecting to accomplish on C, but he had a kill lined up for him there, and now... I don't know how Banana Boy saw this player, but he gets the spot onto Gerbil. He sees the player coming from the bridge. Syntax kills Connor somewhere around B. And Banana Boy is going to get picked up by Monitor Zero. So now we've got Monitor Zero along with Syntax, who's still sniping, sitting way in the back. And Monitor Zero doesn't know this player is to his left and is not going to check it, so he's going to get taken out. Canadian Bacon, well, not last alive with T-Mask. They have 2 up. They will get this cap. And last alive on his team is Syntax with the bolt action. He has this bridge sightline to work here, but against 5 on a map this small, a bolt action is not really what he's needing to get the job done. We will see what magic he can work with it, though. Stranger things have been accomplished. Now, I don't know if T-Mask was ever called out in the window room. That's a good spot by Syntax. He doesn't know there's another player directly to his left, but he's going to retreat anyways. Or not, but he's going to hold this angle. So he's going to get picked from the left because he doesn't know there's another player in that room there. 3-1 for SGC. It's hard to say how it's going wrong because EnemyWest isn't exactly giving up without a fight. It's not like they're getting wiped every round, but the kills are coming in SGC's favor much faster than EnemyWest is getting any. And EnemyWest, I mean, we saw Banana Boy going on that flank last round. He killed 3, I think, just from basically running through the back line. EnemyWest needs to plug the holes. They need to react to when one of their teammates dies. And Banana Boy loves to just take these fast, aggressive routes and pierce the enemy setup and then just shoot people in the back basically for the rest of the round. Lots of nades, lots of smokes. I'm going to switch to somebody he's not going to go B. Oh, gets naded. That's a good nade. And we see Connor watching up the street. It's a bad smoke to block his sightline, if that's what it's there for. Here's this player to his left. Very tight sightline, but he spots Gerbil and gets the shot. He's picking up a nade. Banana Boy, middle of B. That's a flash. That's why he didn't die. Glanton gets flashed and gets killed for it. But they're off of B. They have chosen not to continue contesting. Monitor Zero doesn't know that. He's going to push up and get into this rug room. It's an interesting spot. We also see Syntax finding a kill in the back alley, no longer using a bolt action, thankfully for him. And Banana Boy is going to hunt this back alley player. Monitor Zero stalemating B. And I don't think Bacon knows who this player is. Though they may predict. Monitor Zero looking for Bacon. The question is, will he expose the T-Mask here on the left without peeking it? And I think that's what's going to happen. Yep, T-Mask is going to get the kill. And that leaves Syntax last alive, who is getting crept up from behind. Banana Boy going to creep up these stairs and get this kill if if Syntax does not turn around. Oh, the angle! The timing! Syntax barely escapes. Now, Banana will have heard that. So you see Banana looking for the player who jumped, but Syntax spots Banana and isn't able to get the kill. But the timing, they're so tight. If Syntax jumps half a second later, Banana shoots him in the back. And then, unfortunately, Syntax pathing just does not allow him to escape alive. T-Mask had already moved to C, so SGC was set up to control the map. A little bit surprised they had not capped C by then. Or, sorry, B by then. They had B control. I'm surprised T-Mask didn't stay help with the capture. Regardless, it is now 4-1 in SGC's favor. Again, this is EnemyWest's map. They picked the map. The ping will be approximately equal because both of these teams are NA, but this is a server end map that EnemyWest was able to select. And the next map we play will be the one that SGC picks. Gerbil World on a fast spawn here with the... that's a 74U with a 1.5 times, and he's going back alley, so if he's going to be pushing A, he's failed the last couple rounds to make it to A. So it'll be interesting to see. Banana Boy, again, trying to go for the slide out the window, gets naded. Bacon does get Glanton with a nade, which is good to equalize. And T-Mask has pushed up this street. It'll be interesting if he looks at the windows, because there's a player there for him, but the smoke may block it. Oh, he's going to creeper. This player on the other side of the van is not spotted, so they do not know each other are here. One of them will spot the other and get this kill. Syntax on the bridge finds Ruben. T-Mask is within sightline of several players. Yeah, he's going to get 2 because Sugar Shane never saw him. Just from T-Mask quietly creeping. Oh, Major Connor. Wow, hip firing. Getting Gerbil World. Monitor Zero is around the backside of B, but he's on a clock now. SGC is already capping C, and he would have to decap B to 0 before he can start making progress. Having said that, T-Mask is on B, so it becomes harder and harder to try and get a capture. He doesn't know where T-Mask is. He knows he's stalled. Now he spots him, so this is a free kill. T-Mask exposing himself to probably more than he should have there. And now Monitor Zero is going to sit on this, but I don't know if he recognizes. T-Mask has so much capture progress. Monitor Zero will get the spawn wave fighting for B before Monitor Zero is able to cap that. So T-Mask will probably move to spawn camp, even though it likely will not spawn. He may run back to B because he has so much time. They know Monitor Zero has barely got any capture progress on B. Bacon making noise, I guess, just to distract. Monitor Zero gets 1 spawn kill and is now called out, so he's going to be in a tough pickle. Ruben is able to pick him up when his teammate, Banana Boy, who died, called him out. So that's 5-1 to SGC. Let's look at the scoreboard for a second, shall we? We have... I'm going to let the round tick over so that we have it at full color instead of half translucent. Alright. T-Mask with the top fragging and only 1 death, so that's quite impressive. Canadian Bacon similarly, only 2 deaths, 5 and 2. Both of them, I wouldn't say carrying, but putting on a very strong showing. Banana Boy, Major Connor, and Ruben obviously contributing. Nothing unusual about that. Over here on enemy west side, you've got Monitor Zero. Let me switch to a player who's actually running. Monitor Zero with a good amount of kills. Syntax Air going even. Unfortunately, the rest of the team, Glanton has been naded most rounds. Gerbil World is 0 and 7. He needs to fix that. And Sugar Shane at 2 and 6 is not a problem, but not effective enough. That's a good shot by Connor, but Banana Boy gets refragged by Gerbil. That's his first kill, which is good. Major Connor also gets Syntax. Gerbil getting this kill in back alley on Banana Boy. Major Connor gets 2 quick kills on B from down the road, I guess. He peeked the road, and Monitor Zero trying to flank B, creeping up these stairs. Gerbil World about to enter the pool room and peek towards B as well. They may be trying to coordinate this on time. Yeah, they're going to try and clear B together. Major Connor's about to get to this window, which isn't necessarily helpful at the moment, but it's obviously a strong position for the long term of the round. There's a player waiting at the top here, and Monitor Zero is ready for it, just does not see Team Mask in time. So Gerbil World rotating all the way through spawn because they Ruben touched C, baiting it, and then left. Oh, Gerbil should not decap. Gerbil decaps, telling SGC Ruben needs to wake up. He should know that that Gerbil's coming from behind him. Yeah, Gerbil decapped C, so Ruben should have known that that is where Gerbil was. But clearly the team did not pick up on that. Gerbil now called out in a 4v1. He is also using a flanker weapon, which means he does not have a one-shot capability. Bacon's going to pick up the kill with the LD5, regardless. So that's 6-1 to SGC. EnemyWest is getting to the point where they need to change something. They either need to play harder for A, they need to try and approach B differently. They have that round played more passively, but it was not enough. They focused on flanks. They didn't try and contest B as early, but that proved to not get them anywhere. So EnemyWest probably can't afford to lose any more rounds this half. Once you start looking at 7 and 3 at halftime, you really are in a hole. Major Connor been pushing this left edge, looking up the street. Let's see what Banana Boy's going to try and do his fast play. Is he going to jump out the window and get naded again? It looks like he's just going to run onto B and get naded. No nade coming in, or the nade is late. Syntax gets a nade, Monitor Zero gets a kill, so it's good place for... Oh, he's got to turn around! He's going to be heard! They've got to stop letting him do this! Banana Boy gets 2, Bacon gets a kill elsewhere. And that's just poor listening by EnemyWest. They heard that player slide. Slide boosting is very loud. Oh, Banana Boy almost getting naded, but is able to skip away. Finally, Gerbil World picks him up as he ran basically in circles. So B is capped for SGC, but they've now stepped off the objective or gotten killed. So Gerbil is decapping. He's about to flip it, so now it is capping for EnemyWest. And they've got about 30 seconds to go, but it's going to be contested now from the rugs room. Bacon doesn't know there's a player here to his right. We'll have to see if he turns. He does not turn. He will get picked up by Monitor. Major Connor gets the kill onto Gerbil and finishes the kill onto Monitor. That's good communication by SGC to call that Monitor Zero's location immediately, so that... I think that was Connor? Yeah, so that Connor had a chance to turn and immediately engage. Good round by SGC. Tight round, though. EnemyWest did a good job killing. They've got to stop Banana Boy just running through. I mean, he jumped off that staircase into the traffic light area in Insurgent Spawn, and that should have made enough noise that everybody knew he was there. They just were not communicating or did not realize it was an enemy making the noise. And that let him pick up a double kill, and a double kill is huge. So Ruben, I believe, is playing in the rugs room, and I believe he is trucking a pre-nade. This is an interesting nade that people have found. This is pretty common, but they can actually chuck it over this building. And what that allows for is... T-Mask can take a couple spaces. What that allows for is nading the bridge. Oh! Glanton and Banana Boy run into each other and trade. That's actually a trade kill. They both shoot each other at the same time. T-Mask has popped... Okay. I was wondering what that nade was trying to do. She thinks there's a player below him, but that's a teammate or nothing that he's heard. Bacon has contested B. Syntax Error finds Major Connor. That's Syntax playing the alley very passively. And Ruben needs to creep and see if he can find this player on the bridge. Okay, Monitor Zero kills Bacon off of B. T-Mask is able to refresh. Monitor Zero kills Ruben. And Ruben kills Monitor Zero. So that's a trade kill. They figure that out. T-Mask is now aware. And he steps off B. I'm not sure what he seems to think he's being flanked. But instead he's going to creep now onto B and look for this kill. Now this player is about to peek from behind the statue. T-Mask survives and is able to escape. He knows he's got about 15 seconds to touch B. And this player, uh-oh, Syntax needs to turn around. He needs to be aware that the player might be flanking. I don't know what he's watching A side for. Good. Yeah, so T-Mask, excellent shot onto Syntax to pop that headshot when he's on that very tight head glove. But rushing immediately onto B there, Sugar Shane is obviously able to refrag. And that is the second round this half for EnemyWest. So it's 2-7. If EnemyWest doesn't win this last round of this half and bring it to 3-7, I am not convinced they have a chance. I don't like to do open and shut cases, and I do not mean to demean EnemyWest at all. They're decent players, but to overcome a deficit of 8-2 is astronomically difficult, particularly because, at least in my opinion, the insurgent side has the advantage on this map. The security side is not the strong side. So SGC, if anything, has more of an advantage once the sides flip. We will have to see, though. Monitor Zero taking a... Well, he is doing a little bit of Banana Boy slide boosting on the left edge. He's going to try and get this sightline on the bridge, and he's going to spot one. He misses the shot, though. Doesn't know he's getting repeaked. Sees the player. That's got to be Banana doing that. Monitor runs out of ammo. Major Connor somewhere else finds a kill at the Glanton. Yeah, okay, so Monitor finally cleans up Ruben. Ruben was able to kill Sugar Shane, though, so Monitor Zero basically allowed his teammate to die, unfortunately. And Banana Boy has made it into Insurgent Spawn. He doesn't know Syntax is right next to him. But I assume Syntax is going to get caught as he comes around the... Oh, tries to pick up a weapon, gets spotted by T-Mask, who's prone right in front of him. There is a kill. Connor kills Gerbil over on A. I wasn't able to catch that, but Monitor Zero now contesting B. Doesn't know... Oh, sees the player there at the last second, so he knows he's going to get peeked. Expects he might get peeked. Oh, wow. Barely escapes the shots from behind. Basically just getting lucky with his timing. And pretty much is hunting for a kill, and if he doesn't get it, he's about to get pinched. And so Banana Boy finishes Monitor Zero. It is 8-2 at halftime. SGC is far ahead. And we will have to see what EnemyWest can do on the second half to try and bring any amount of hope back into this game. If you're jumping in midway through or didn't hear my spiel at the beginning, this is Season 4 of the DGL's competitive Sandstorm season. If you're interested, you can go to thedgl.com. You'll find a link to our Discord and information about future events. There'll be another round starting in March. If you'd like to play, you can join the Discord and find a team, or if you've got friends, people that you play with, you can submit a team all on your own. The teams are sorted by skill. The higher skill teams are in upper divisions. This is Division 3 of 5. The lower divisions is where you would enter as a new team, and obviously if you win, you will move up. First round on the second half, Glanton's going to go play A, which he was not doing. He was playing B, I believe, for EnemyWest. And EnemyWest is not going to run B fast. They're not even going to put somebody on B early. They're going for flanks. They're going for these side peaks. Monitor Zero, I don't know what that sightline was, but 3 quick kills coming in for EnemyWest. Now, Monitor Zero is going to get picked up by Bacon, but Syntax answers with a 4th kill. So Bacon is now last alive. And this is exactly what EnemyWest needs. They need rounds like this, where it's not even close. Now, Bacon's going to get spotted. Saw these nades come in, so he knows who this player is. Unfortunately, he chooses to stop shooting as he gets repeaked, and Sugar Shane is able to pick up the kill. So that's a good start for EnemyWest. That's what they need to be doing. They need rounds like this. They can't even be close, because close allows for there to be a mistake, and that loses you a round, and EnemyWest does not have rounds left to give. They really need every round to be a concise victory, clean, without question. At least until they get closer. Once they start getting 5, 6, 7 rounds under their belt, you know, as their score, then they can afford to be a little riskier. But they need these rounds to be very, very, very clean cut. Looking at loadouts for a second, we've actually got something interesting. We've got a lot of aces on the... We've got 2 aces and a QBZ-03. I think it's the 03. I really can't remember their numbers. But one of the QBZs, the non-bullpup QBZ, on the insurgent side, and that M14 that Ruben's carrying is just a lie. That's the UI being busted. And similarly, the UI is all sorts of busted for EnemyWest. EnemyWest gets naded, or sorry, just shot. Banana Boy and Connor both getting kills, and again, they haven't contested B. I'm not sure what their strategy is. The only way that they're touching B is here through blue, as Sugar Shane touches, and he does spot this player. That's a good spot onto that gun barrel. He can pen that, so he probably should just shoot through the stairs. Because if this player steps away, he's not going to get this kill. Banana Boy finds another kill into Gerbil World. And I don't know what Syntax is doing, waiting in spawn. Yeah, good shot by Sugar Shane, but now he's called out. And he's going to get pinched from behind by Banana Boy. Banana Boy now... Yeah, just... should have been heard, but regardless, getting the kill. And Syntax doesn't realize it, but he has about 3 seconds or he's going to lose. He has to touch B, and he's lost. So I'm not sure what Syntax is hoping to accomplish. Obviously, he's trying to hold a flank, but that late in the round, he needs to be helping his team. He probably should have been supporting Monitor 0 on B a little bit more close. The decision to hold back in the fountain room and basically just watch one flank lane is a little bit suspicious when they're capping 2 objectives. And that puts it to 9-3 in SGC's favor. Big thing, and I'll say it again. EnemyWest has not ran a player onto B. They are not running from the fountain room onto B at all. They are putting one player through the side staircase. I call it blue. If I know other teams may not, I apologize. But this side staircase onto the B objective is the only place that EnemyWest has contested from early in the round. And it's not even that early that they get there, which is a little bit alarming. So Syntax has chosen to take a more aggressive path this round and is going to nade the street. The smoke is going to block his sight line, but there is a player face-to-face with him who's, yeah, Banana Boy's going to flash him and shoot him in the face. Connor gets a kill onto Glanton. There was an EnemyWest kill somewhere in there that I've missed. T-Mask gets a kill onto Dribble, so now we've got Monitor 0 on B. Spots T-Mask's head there, maybe not. But he is contested. Oh, gets completely pinched. And last live now is Sugar Shane, who does get a good kill onto A, but A doesn't help him because he can't cap. He now has to leave and go fight for B. And the 2 B players are going to stack up. The 2 B players for SGC are going to stack up and try and hold. And the longer Sugar Shane waits, the less likely it is he's able to contest. I think he's running out of time. He may not realize it. If he lets them cap, he's pretty much conceding the round. Trying to clutch on a map this small is a little bit difficult. He will go for the spawn camp instead. Yeah, he doesn't know where these players are as part of his problem, which may not be his fault, but he's gonna get one. Oh no. Okay, gets one, but he's called out, obviously, and Banana Boy was able to skate by. And they're just gonna lock him out. They can lock this area of the map out. There's only 2 ways out, which is through that gate that he was shooting through and now out these windows. And they just... Banana Boy choosing to take that gunfight is probably not the right move. Sugar Shane runs right into the barrel of T-Mask and is killed. So that's 3-10. EnemyWest has the ability to win 7 rounds in a row here and tie it and go to overtime and then try and win in overtime. But realistically, the question is now, how quickly will SGC close this game out? Looking at, scoreboard again really quickly. SGC's got 2 players who aren't contributing that much. Glanton and Gerbil World... Sorry, EnemyWest has 2 players who aren't contributing that much. Glanton and Gerbil World really, unfortunately, at 3-11 and 3-14, haven't gotten enough kills to support their teammates. Monitor 0 is doing a great job slaying. And then, as we look at SGC, a good spread. Ruben doing a little bit less killing. Not necessarily meaningful. Definitely the low fragger on his team. Still supporting. And with a team winning by this decisively, he may just be acting as more of a first engagement player who then calls out where the enemies are. But Banana Boy runs all the way into Fountain, gets spotted and then taken out. That's unfortunately just kind of a rush that wasn't able to bear any. T-Mask creeps through the... So, EnemyWest waited on their end of the map, and SGC got greedy and ran through and now has lost 2 players to just pushing when they didn't need to. They had B control, and both T-Mask and Banana Boy went and pushed farther than they needed to control the map. And both of them died to players basically just sitting in a corner waiting for them to push. So Canadian Bacon is able to take out Gerbil World. Oh, here's this, yep. Sugar Shane is taken out by Canadian Bacon. And Syntax and Bacon are basically feet away from each other. Oh, that's audible. Syntax going to get a good shot there. He will be able to cap B. So this is the first time this half, maybe, that EnemyWest has a chance to win to cap B, I should say. Ruben, I think he thinks he has a frag, and he doesn't. He needs to get this kill so that he can go fight for the rest of the map. Yeah, he's about to meet... Okay, good decision to slow down and look for these players. Clearing this objective is not that meaningful. He needs to hunt these kills and work his way over to B. Obviously, clearing gives him a little more time to do that if a player sneaks past him, but what he really needs to do is he's got 50 seconds to find kills. And the big question is, will he check his right here? Because if he doesn't check low right here, around this corner, he will not have any chance. It looks like he might be aware that this player is here, or at least aware that the player might be here. Nah, he's going to walk out in front of him. And Glanton will clean up Ruben. So that's a good round from EnemyWest. 4-2. I'm seeing a question in chat. Obviously, there's a delay, so I apologize. But Division 1 is the best. I can't tell you exactly when the next game for Division 1 will be because this week's matches for Division 1 have already happened. The teams you're going to want to look for next week are Booth Gang, Tough White, and AOG. Those are the 3 teams in Division 1 that will be competing. 2 of them will play each other next week. The 4th team in Division 1 has unfortunately had to withdraw. Some of them are in school and cannot support the time needed to compete this round. We wish North American Ultra Team the best and hope they come back soon. So next Saturday is probably when the next D1 game will be, but those announcements can be seen on the DGL Discord and other social media. Banana Boy does do his rush again. Monitor Zero gets killed, but his frag does land on T-Mask. So we're back at 4-4. Gerbil will know there's a player in this room because he rushed, but he doesn't know where, and the question is, will he find Banana Boy? Sugar Shane taking shots somewhere else on the other side of the map. I see his health bar go down. I don't see... Oh, we heard this jump. Yep, okay, so Gerbil World reacted well, but Banana Boy was able to find the kill on the Sugar Shane. Gerbil World, again, good reactions, good airs, hearing Bacon creeping behind him. Major Connor does get a kill. Ruben is capping B, but there's not enough progress to be meaningful yet. And Gerbil World is playing it slow, which is probably the way he needs to do. He does eventually have to touch B, but they've got time. Syntax, again, on this grand safari of the side of the map that I'm not sure what he's going to find. So that is... Yeah. Gerbil up in the window room was shooting preemptively at a spot that did not contain an enemy. Syntax is so far out of position, he is guaranteed to not be able to contest B, and he can't cap A because it's his team's objective. So he is now in a 5v1 with a 2-shot weapon, I might add, because he's got an MK18. He's the flanker for this team. And there's a player waiting for him who's going to creep out! And Syntax is able to get the shot. He gets clipped, though, so he's now weak. And it will be easier to wallbang him, which may come into play later in the round if he does get on B. But unfortunately, they know where he is. Like, he has to be in the back alley. And again, there's only 2 exits from this back alley, the window and the gate. So they know he's about to peek here. And if they're not looking at the window. I guess they don't know he went into the alley. They thought he might have gone back to A, or the teammate didn't give a clear call out because none of them have moved to look at these windows, which is the obvious location that he would peek if Canadian Bacon is holding the gate as he is. It looks like T-Mask may be... Yeah, so T-Mask is scanning towards the windows. He's going to see... Oh, Syntax looks like he tried to jump out the window. Yeah, he did. And then he thinks there's a player below him, but there is not. Does peek blue at the right time. Oh, behind him. Good timing. Oh, but Banana Boy just barely gets a sight line on the Syntax before he's able to tuck into the corner. So that is going to be our map 1. That is 11-4. And we will switch to map 2. This will be SGC's chosen map. It'll either be Refinery or it'll be Ministry, though I would suspect it's probably going to be Refinery. And we're going to have to go on a short break and bring you back for that. I've been Muzzle, but we're watching Season 4 of the DGL Competitive Sandstorm, and I hope you stick with us. It'll be just a minute. Alright, and we are back. This is Refinery, as I expected. And what is great about Refinery is that it is... Well, that's not a real round, ignore what's on screen. What's great about Refinery is that it's almost the exact opposite type of game. You are going to see long-range gunfights and very long rotates. The map is very large, the map is spread out, the map has big sight lines separating the objectives. So apparently everybody is a security player. They'll fix that here in a moment. Let's fly over to the middle of the map and talk just for a moment. So on the right side here we have B. And both teams have access to B, but security has far better access. Insurgents only can access through this bridge. Their only other option is to come up from the main street, which is more risky than it may seem. Security, on the other hand, has several entry points into the office area, and they also can use that main street staircase. So we are expecting to see a lot of smoke on this main street because insurgents need to have that staircase accessible without getting cross-picked. Security has this green area, and this... Whoops. Come on, round starting. This will be pistols live here in a moment. Security has this top catwalk area to work with, as opposed to the insurgents, which use these red balconies at the opposite end of the map. And as you can see, the length of this map will be some of the gunfights. I would be shocked if Syntax is not set up with a bolt action on one end of the map, and I'm not sure who might be sniping or otherwise cross-picking for SGC, but this should be pistols live. We're going to watch Banana Boy do a seaside push. I'm not going to stay with him for long. Monitor Zero, the only person to play B. And this is interesting because B, you usually have two people go, but SGC bizarrely hasn't sent anybody to B. I have no idea what happened, but both teams have kind of conscientiously, intentionally decided that they're playing AC. Major Connor is going to do a good job of finding Sugar Shane as he tries to creep across. Banana Boy's going to find Glanton. T-Mask is going to get picked from the left here. No, he's able to jump down. Syntax gets killed to Glanton. T-Mask slides down, so he is going to be able to touch B, but Major Connor is here to contest. If he jumps, he dies. No, I guess he's smarter than I am. And Monitor Zero is able to get the B cap. Ruben was almost there to contest, but chose not to touch, and he's still choosing not to touch. He's hoping this player will expose himself and get killed. Now he does hear him. He is going to get this kill. Now he will jump on the objective. Major Connor gets a kill, and this is why they chose to do this, because it's so easy to spawn camp, and I'll talk about spawn camping more in a minute. But this map, unfortunately, because of how large it is and because of how close to the spawn the objectives are, you can spawn camp, particularly as an insurgent player. You can spawn camp the security members spawning. Now, unfortunately, Gerbil does an excellent, not unfortunately, but Gerbil does an excellent job to kill SGC off of A, probably saving the round for his team. Syntax is trying to cap C, but he is staled by Bacon, and he is going to expose himself here. Bacon needs to see it. He does see it, but does not get the kill. Ruben caps B, so now there's 5 up for SGC. Gerbil's trying to rotate towards B. Unfortunately, doing this safely is possible, but once he touches, Ruben's still hunting him. And Syntax gets 1 kill. He's out of ammo, though. He was probably completely out of ammo. And SGC is able to clear C. So last live is Gerbil World trying to get this B cap. Now he's staled, doesn't know where. He is going to spot this player, but is unfortunately not able to get the kill. So Major Connor finishing off Gerbil World. That gives SGC the pistol round. Remember that this is SGC's map, which means that they chose it. I mean, it doesn't mean a whole lot more than that because both of these teams are NA. It is on SGC's chosen server, but we actually did not do a server switch. Both teams, being NA, agreed to stay on the same server to give them all about the same ping. Let's talk about spawn camps really quick because it's a big part of this map. The big problem with this map problem or factor when it comes to spawn camping is that from the A objective, you can see the security spawn. From this balcony right here, that is security spawn. As they exit those 2 big bay doors, they can be naded, they can be shot, they can be killed. There's no safe way. They can exit up through that brown building and come out to those sandbags. That is another safe exit out of spawn, but it's obviously much slower. So you will see a lot of ferocious spawn camping. If somebody gets to A on the insurgent team, they will absolutely use this sandbag, chuck these nades, and punish the security players on a respawn. Similarly, but not exactly the same, it is pretty hard to leave insurgent spawn because of how open some of this ground is if they want to spawn camp you. Now, it's less likely that a security team will spawn camp the insurgent team because you can choose this window, you can get up here and use this sandbag. So there are spots to spawn camp, but just based on how the objective is laid, oftentimes they choose to get safer on the objective, sit farther back on the C objective, and not spawn camp. But let's look at loadouts because this will be interesting. It doesn't look like we've got anything specifically sniping on EnemyWest side, which is surprising. I expect Syntax will change. But on the security team, Banana Boy for SGC will be sniping. I'm going to see if I can find him. It looks like he's going to go right up the middle. He's got a suppressor too, which is a little bit surprising. Usually you don't care if you're heard. But he's going to be looking for this cross-pick. He spots one, chooses not to pull the trigger. He may wait until next turn, then try and take the shot. And we see that smoke coming out in the middle street. 2 players for SGC pushing B. and they're able to kill the only player that Enemy West sent B. So now there's 2 for SGC on B with no contesting. Glanton's gonna flash? Oh, that's a smoke. Oh, he's gonna get picked. Connor peeks, seeing the smoke come in, peeks back. I think he literally just fell to his death. Yeah, Connor kills Glanton and then YOLO's off of Yellow, jumping to his death. The last 2 alive for Enemy West is Sugar Shane, who is under cat, and Syntax, who is at the top of the catwalk. And neither of them can see a lot. Sugar Shane's got to be careful. Oh, Ruben's turned around at the wrong time. He's going to get shot in the back. Oh, he didn't see that player. Yeah, Sugar Shane peeked him from mid, but the refrag comes in. Syntax got killed somewhere else by T-Mass. So yeah, Ruben looking away at the wrong time gives Sugar Shane the chance to get 1 kill, but Banana Boy at the top of the map, at the top of catwalk for his team, is able to refrag immediately. I'm going to do one quick aerial view at the beginning because one of the things that's important to notice is the smokes. Pre-nades on this map are real, and there will be pre-nades of B, but what's actually more important on this map, at least in my opinion, is how much you smoke the road. And both teams have reasons to want to smoke the main street. Right now, if they're going to do it again, it looks like this is not live. Somebody has called a timeout or otherwise had an issue. Banana Boy's trying to do that sniping lane, and so he sets up down here, and he looks through these bus windows, trying to get this sniper sightline. So he doesn't really want that street smoked, but Enemy West wants this street smoked because they want to be pushing somebody up these stairs. The fact that Enemy West isn't committing a second player, or if they did commit a second player, they got killed way before they made it to B, it's just going to hurt them. They can't contest B with 1 player. B is a large objective on this map. It has a lot of rooms, of separate areas, so you have to clear it kind of piece by piece. 1 person trying to clear the whole objective tends to just get met with immediate death. I don't know if this is true, but the UI says Gerbil has armor on. Does he actually have armor on? Yeah, he does. And I do not know why. Light armor, not usually considered to be worth the weight that it gives you, but maybe he's trying not to get cross-picked, and obviously that didn't work. So Gerbil's dead. Banana Boy getting a kill. And again, we've only got 1 person running to B. Now he is going to throw this nade. He actually screwed it up there right before I switched. And he's going to get picked off by Ruben. So again, SGC controls B. Enemy West is in a 3v5. And kind of looking for a way to make something happen because right now it's not happening. Sugar Shane, playing these tight angles. There's a lot of, let's call it, interesting geometry on this map that allows you to take very tight angles. Tell does not have as much of that. Very cheeky, tiny gaps you can aim through. A little bit of sightline manipulation. Banana Boy is still looking through this bus, just watching the main street. Shots coming in from, I don't actually know where. I guess it's Syntax. Finally picks off Canadian Bacon from back cap, but SGC's had B 99%ed this whole time. Oh, Sugar Shane had to see that foot. Oh, but Banana Boy finds the kill. So SGC is going to cap, get their players back. Again, Syntax getting a kill through a pixel peek. That's, you know, totally acceptable. Every team knows they exist, but they are a little cheesy. Syntax is completely right to use it. It's there. Every team would use it against mine. It just makes me sad. Syntax making a little bit of a push up towards A. I'm not really sure what his team is intending in terms of how to win the round. Obviously, they'd like to make an AC play here because crossing the street to B is extremely dangerous. Glanton doesn't realize he's going to be very exposed to B as he moves up these pipes, which is just the case. I would expect maybe... Nah, Ruben's not looking, so Glanton's actually safe for the moment, but if there was somebody on B out in the open a little bit more, they would have spotted Glanton creeping out onto those pipes. With 40 seconds to touch an objective, I think Syntax and Glanton need to move. If they don't get up to the top of Yellow and the top of Cat quickly, they're going to just run out of time. And now Glanton's going to try and nade T-Mask, which I don't really think is going to... Like, he's got 25 seconds to touch an objective, and he's kind of just waiting. Obviously, he's paranoid, and T-Mask does pick him up from the B side. Obviously, Glanton is paranoid there. He doesn't want to get picked. He doesn't want to get spotted from above, but... Yeah, the lack of urgency there is a little bit strange. They really need to get kills. And more importantly, they need to move to an objective faster there. All right. So what do I want to see EnemyWest change if they're going to try and win rounds? They need to commit more to B. They need to smoke the main street. They need to not get cross-picked. Those three things. Their late round play is not terrible. It's too slow, but that's because they're at such a disadvantage on numbers. So Monitor Zero is going to throw this smoke grenade. The smoke grenade I've been asking for 2 rounds. Now they're not going to get cross-picked. They also don't have somebody cross-picking, which is a little bit unfortunate. Banana Boy's instead going to play this up close, and he's going to get killed. Going to get the kill onto Monitor Zero. So again, but look at this. EnemyWest has committed. Banana Boy gets a kill that I was covering. Syntax gets a frag on the T-Mask. That's probably on the B side. It is. And Banana Boy's able to just kind of get into EnemyWest's end of the map and kill people from behind. He doesn't know this player's below him. But it's a 2v4 at this point, and they're not capping B. Ruben holding this angle will kill the player if he tries to enter B. Oh, bad time to look away! Gerbil's able to make entrance onto B. Ruben had 5 seconds left to cap. He should have just held the same angle. Now they're going to furiously wallbang, trying to get Gerbil, but Gerbil is safe behind this box for the most part. Canadian is on the objective to contest. Not that they needed to do that quickly. And Glanton is still... Oh, probably spotted a man here on Crown. Yep, he definitely spotted, or at least hears the player. There's 2 players to his right. He just needs to turn. One of them spots him. Glanton's going to find the kill. The B player was killed. The Gerbil was killed. And now Major kind of refrags Glanton at top Crown. But Glanton was in a position to get 2 kills there. If he just turns his head to the right, he'll see the player on the pipe. But he chooses to run past him, not obviously being aware that the player was there at all. And is only able to get 1 kill and then gets refragged. I didn't see what happened on B exactly with Gerbil, but Canadian was able to win the gunfight and get the kill. So B was clear. So yeah, I mean, Banana Boy that round did not cross-pick. He just focused on running up the middle and shooting the player who he met there. And that's obviously something you can do, but you've got to be a little bit more prepared than EnemyWest was for that. They did commit 2 players to B through the tunnel, or through the bridge, and another player who would probably have gone up the main street staircase if he had survived. So I'm happy that they're committing more people to B. I think that's going to serve them well. Gerbil tongue twisters. Gerbil World still has light armor, which, again, most people don't like light armor because it's adds significant weight. Weight changes some of your properties, aim down sights time, run speed, things like that. Weight is considered bad, generally speaking. Heavy armor can be used by some players. I know that at least Hero is one big fan of it. And heavy armor, because it provides more protection, can be seen as a positive. But light armor is kind of in that like anti-Goldilocks zone. It's right in the middle, and it's useless. Because particularly with the battle rifles that are prevalent in competitive play, with these FALs and EBRs and M110s and Tavors, the light armor really does not accomplish too much. I do believe it takes the Tavor and the Ace from a 1-shot to a 2-shot. But the amount of times that saves you, and Banana Boy gets a cross-pick on a Gerbil World, and EnemyWest has sent nobody to B. Banana Boy gets a second cross-pick on a Monitor Zero, and EnemyWest has sent nobody to B. Now, Sugar Shane, look at this smoke. This is what they need. He chooses not to get on B with the staircase. He's going to go for a flank, which will be good if he doesn't get peeked. Or picked off, I mean, but he is picked off, and Syntax and his partner, I think, are hearing each other. Oh my lord, they're all getting cleaned up. Again, this is SGC's map. They probably focused more on prepping it than EnemyWest did, but EnemyWest had 5 days notice that this was going to be played, and it does not seem like they are prepared. I think Glanton spotted that player. Poor time to un-ADS, misses the entire mag, and is now running for his life. He's called out. Major Connor not refrags, but turns and gets the kill. And that is your 4th round, ladies and gentlemen. The unfortunate truth here, and I'll wait for the round to tick over so we've got the scoreboard up in full color, because I know it can be a little hard to see partially translucent. Come on, there we go. Here's the story, right? Syntax has 3 kills. The rest of his team combined has 3 kills. That's 6 kills in 4 rounds. You're getting about 1.5 kills per round, 1.25 kills per round. That's why you're losing. You need to not die so early. You can't have 2 people get cross-picked. Syntax is going to try and challenge Banana Boy. If it works, it's genius. I don't even know if he saw him. Yeah, he didn't see him. Banana Boy's to his top left of the screen. You can see him through the edge of the scope with the X-ray vision. Banana Boy knows he got shot at most of it. He probably heard the bullet hit, though it was with a suppressor, so he may not have recognized it. Bacon gets a kill with the L85. That's a pretty accurate weapon, so it's a smart move by him to use it. Monitor Zero gets a frag onto B. EnemyWest has thrown a couple good frags to get kills onto B. They just don't follow it up with actually playing B. Monitor Zero then gets killed, and again, SGC controls. Sugar Shane is crept under Catwalk. He shot from 2 different directions. Canadian Bacon was also killing him. Glanton gets a kill, and then is killed by Banana Boy. And Syntax, sitting back in spawn with a bolt action, is trying to get this kill. He does find one. Oh, this player's going to peek, which is... Oh, poor timing on Syntax's part. Can't help that. Not sure what T-Max was doing. He must have not seen that Syntax was there. And now it's a 3v1, which is good. But... He's got plenty of time. The minute and a half or the minute and a quarter that he has is plenty of time to find 3 kills. He's got a weapon with a scope, which is good on this map because of all these tight angles. You can see him looking. He's basically just hunting. And that's totally fine. But if SGC has half a brain, they're going to hide because they know he's sniping. And they're going to make him touch an objective. And once he does that, he's going to lose the gunfights because the bolt action can't help him. So Syntax may choose to pick up an FAL or an M14 off the ground if he finds one, to give him more killing power in the close range. See, he's just slowly clearing these angles. Yeah, he's going to go for the weapon swap because this nade is going to give his position away. I'm not sure I agree with throwing that because he's never going to know if it hit, which is going to mess up his info. He spots that player. Why? Oh, this play is... It's a fantastic shot by Syntax. He's swapping bolt action to bolt action, now gets back to his rifle. He shot with this rifle, so this has less than half a mag left. Maybe half a mag if he's lucky. And he's probably going to keep it on full auto, but I'm not sure I agree. He was heard. He's making noise. He's going to try and slide into the window. That's something you can do. He misses it. And he's shot from above because Ruben peeks over, knowing that he was there because he made a lot of noise. But he had to make entrance onto an objective because if Ruben caps C there, Ruben just wins the round. SGC wins the round. So, rock in a hard place. It was good to see him find 3 kills. I think he found 3 kills that round after the capture. But the problem with late round kills and the problem with having somebody play a position like a sniper rifle is that if you are relying on them to clutch, you are assuming that they are capable of not only beating multiple people in 1v1 gunfights, but also doing it quick enough to contest objectives and make sure you don't lose on captures. And that second part tends to be the issue. If this map, like Refiner, was played for 10 minutes, one person with a bolt action would be a godly player. But one person with a bolt action in a minute and a half of time struggles to contest objectives. Now, Banana Boy's not sniping this round. They're not going to do a cross pick. He did see the head of, I believe that's Syntax. Yeah, he saw this head, which is obvious for us because of X-ray, but it's much harder for him to spot. So it's a good visual by him. Now look at this. EnemyWest has actually played B. Oh, and they just miss all the shots. Ruben gets a 2-piece, and they control B now. Syntax was picked up. Last alive now is Sugar Shane. Gets a kill into Banana, but he's now called out and in trouble. Yeah, he's going to get shot from above. Major Counter cleans it up with the M110 SAS. And that is your round 6. I see Linky Poo in chat is talking about colors. I do full green and full red for the 2 teams because I am dumb and anything less than full red and full green gets confusing. I don't have it on when I'm casting, but if I ever play with a commander and observer, they're actually pink, so that's even better. But yeah, no. I know that the colors are different for everybody. I put them as a little more drastic than the game does by default. The game uses a little bit more subdued. I find this to be visually helpful for me. I'm hoping one day to maybe have a couple different configs that I can swap in and out for casting and when I play. But when I play, I really need the color differential. So that's 2 minutes delayed. That was something Link was saying in chat 2 minutes ago, but I just wanted to respond to that. But Anaboy gets a cross pick onto Syntax, who's the anti-cross picker if he was using the bolt action this round, which it looks like it was, based on he was using the US. Monitor Zero gets a frag onto Ruben. Again, they've been... Oh! Good kill by Gerbil. Team Ask, very aggressive there. And now Gerbil doesn't know it, but he's actually got B for free. They don't know they killed Ruben. That's why Gerbil's taking a while. Because he doesn't know that B is free. Bacon, up on the catwalk, is now going to go try and contest B because he knows that Ruben's not there to do it. So Gerbil took his time, and because of that, Bacon has now arrived to contest. And now Bacon and Gerbil know they're there because they're contested. Sugar Shane's actually going to rotate up to the security side of catwalk. Looking for kills. Needs to look to the right and find this player on Crown. Instead, he's going to go to A. That's also acceptable. As soon as he touches, we're going to see Connor rotate. And Bacon and Gerbil are going to do a little bit of a dance on B. But the real issue here is Sugar Shane has to not die. If Sugar Shane dies, and we're going to see Banana Boy go C, probably. Maybe not. He's just going to support B. Nah, he's going to go C. Okay. So Major Connor's going to hunt for this kill. He probably should try and contest. He's got about 10 seconds to do so. He's not going to. He's going to approach B and focus on finding the B kill. They're going to let A cap, and they're going to focus on spawn camping. They're going to focus on trading the cap and finding this B player. Gerbil's exactly where he wants to be. He's not exposed to the catwalk area, so Major Connor can't find him. And Bacon has been creeping slowly, but it's going to be interesting. Now, we see, oh, wow. Good play by Monitor Zero to find Major Connor on the spawn camp. Now, Banana Boy's going to get one and cap Charlie, so we've got spawn coming, but Sugar Shane, look at how much time he had to prep. He's so deep in security spawn. He's going to be able to tell his team where they're going. Okay, Bacon finds a kill on B, which is huge. Sugar Shane's going to get this spawn camp. Oh, almost missed it. That would have been a disaster. Monitor Zero has got one kill on B, but, or maybe not, I can't remember. But now it's a 1v1 again. Yeah, gets another kill, so now he's clearing. It's going to take him forever to cap, though. He can't get this cap. It's going to take too long. He doesn't know the players down below. He will be killed here. And last live is now Sugar Shane. As T-Mask also, or sorry, as Banana Boy also got Glanton. So now, oh, he doesn't know this player is down to the right. Sugar Shane's hunting for kills and is probably going to get spotted. No, able to find that kill. He's in a good position whether or not he knows it, because neither of the players can see Cat right now. Gotta be careful. The player on B. Oh, spots the player on the street but doesn't see him. The player on the street was on screen but not spotted. And Sugar Shane does not know where that was, so he's now going to be looking around. He knows that C was decapped. If his team is paying attention, he knows that C was decapped. He knows the player is here. Now, SGC is about to cap B, and Sugar Shane's also exposed to the player on the right here, so he's going to die. But SGC was capping B there, so even with Sugar Shane on C, even if he kills T-Mask, the time remaining in the round does not favor him, because he would cap C at the same time that Ruben caps B. Ruben caps B? No, I guess B was already capped. Like, oh no, B was just capped, yeah. So they would have gone A, they would have capped A, he would have swapped for C. They wouldn't have had time to get two objectives, so Sugar Shane in a very difficult spot there. Good motion, though. Getting the kill mid-cap, moving to C. He's got the right thought in his head. Looking at the scoreboard really quick, as I like to. Not to pick on people, but Banana Boy, obviously with the cross picks, getting the lion's share of the kills for SGC. The rest of the team having about even kills. Obviously, you've got Ruben and Canadian Bank with a little less, but they're all about positive or even. EnemyWest has a decent kill spread. They're killing evenly. They're just dying a lot because cross picks and because pre-nades, like we see. Well, that's not a pre-nade. Bacon just shoots him. Sugar Shane has gotten his flank off. If he looks left, there's a player waiting for him. So T-Mask is laying. I believe that's T-Mask at least, not Ruben. Laying behind B. Oh, Sugar Shane's got to be careful. He's making noise. Yeah, he's going to get shot by Banana Boy. They can hear him. When you move without using the walk button, you make noise. The only other way to move without using the walk button and be silent is to crouch and aim. Crouch and aim will be silent. Syntax shoots T-Mask, playing at the back of the catwalk. I'm not sure where T-Mask was. These two players stacked up is a disaster. If they get naded, it will be something I laugh at, and I don't apologize for that. Syntax finds another kill, so he's found 2 kills now off Cat. Oh, that third player's gun barrel was spotted. That's why Syntax is aiming there. And Gerbil finds a kill onto B. Canadian Bacon gets a kill on a Monitor Zero, so it's a 1v1 on B instead of a 2v2. Syntax sees the player rotating to the right. He's in a much better position to help B and also keep this player off yellow. But Ruben's creeping on Gerbil, and Gerbil doesn't know he's about... Oh, is Ruben going to keep creeping? Yeah. Gerbil doesn't know Ruben's rotated all the way around, but Syntax is watching this, so if Ruben doesn't stay hidden and Syntax looks left... Oh, Syntax, great kill on Banana. He's got to look at B. He's got to look at B. Because Ruben is now peeking him. Gerbil still thinks Ruben is in office. Oh, Syntax is going to expose and get shot. So now the 2 B players are... Wow. Unfortunately, Ruben misses that shot and gives Gerbil a chance to realize where he is because he was not reacting quick enough immediately. He's going to hear... Yeah, Ruben making noise, choosing to vault there. That may not have been intentional. That may have been a misclick, but... makes enough noise that Gerbil's confident he can just peek around the corner, because when you're jumping, when you're moving, when you're vaulting, not moving, but when you're jumping or vaulting, you can't be aimed. And Gerbil feels pretty confident about his chances of just taking a peek there, so... that's round 1 for EnemyWest. We are 8 rounds in, and EnemyWest has won the first round. So, looks like we're in a pause. This is not live. They may be strategizing, or it may be a technical issue. Both teams get a timeout during the game, or actually as many timeouts as they want. They get 5 minutes of timeout time to use as they see fit. And teams across the league, generally speaking, accommodate any technical issues because between international play, DGL servers being community servers and not official NWI ones, and then finally NWI's refusal to fix crashing bugs, well, people disconnect a lot, let's just put it that way. So yeah, as we see, one of security, I think they voluntarily left, or it took them a little bit of time to time out, and we will have to see who rejoins. One thing I'll just mention, in case you're not familiar with how it works, when they rejoin, it is likely that their kills will be erased, but the deaths will not, so they may look like they have a very bad KD, and if it's anybody besides Ruben, we should not make fun of them for that. Ruben, it's okay. But anybody else, we just understand that that's not their fault. I see somebody in chat, obviously this will be on a 2-minute delay, but somebody in chat's talking about the first map. The first map was Tell, and SGC won in a pretty decisive manner. I don't remember the exact score line, but it was not close. 4-11 maybe, 5-11, probably 4-11 though. So yeah, SGC took map 1, this is map 2, and this is SGC's map. So last map was the map that EnemyWest picked. And well, we're seeing SGC dominate on the map that they picked, so they did a good job prepping it. Refinery is probably one of the more unique maps in the Sandstorm competitive map pool that the DGL has decided upon. It's been in the game since launch, which is nice because it's quite honestly just something people have a lot of experience on. But even with all that experience, it probably has the most dynamic meta of any of the like base game maps. Some of the ones that have been added recently have had a lot of meta developments, but this map just has a lot of different ways to play it because of how many sightlines there are, and it's one of the few maps where an AC play can totally happen. You can do an AC play. It's particularly useful because of how easy it is to spawn camp from A in particular, but even from the C side you can spawn camp insurgents. So SGC still not getting their 5th player in. We will see how long they are going to wait. And we've got a spy! Banana Boy has made it all the way to Insurgent spawn, and I'm going to keep them all muted, but I wouldn't be shocked if they're talking to each other. So during this little bit of an intermission, I'll just say welcome if anybody's joined us midway through. I hope you're enjoying the cast. This is map 2. This is a Division 3 matchup in the DGL's Season 4 Competitive Sandstorm League. So if you're interested, you can go to thedgl.com. We've got a link to our Discord where there's pickup games and you can look for a team to join. If you've got some friends or people you play with, you can submit a team all on your own. And the next round of the league will be of the season, I should say, will be starting in March. So you've only got a couple weeks to wait. Teams are sorted by skill. This is Division 3. We've got 5 divisions right now. First division is the highest skill tier, and 5th division is the lowest skill tier. We will expand the divisions as needed if more teams join. The lowest division teams are pretty casual, and a lot of them are just brand new or otherwise are unfamiliar with comp. The top division teams in Division 1 are some of the best players in the world. We are pretty much the only league for insurgency competitive play, at least firefight competitive play, besides some of the oceanic communities, which do play on their own just because of the ping differential. But yeah, no, Division 1 games are a root. They are absolutely fantastic to watch. Please check them out. There will be more games of that next week. The games for this week are pretty much concluded. One game that I can pimp that I will be actually participating in is tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. Eastern Standard Time in the North American time zones. TAW versus KY. KY is a Turkish team. TAW is a North American roster. They have an EU roster as well, playing in Division 4. But that will be a Division 3 matchup. That is the other 2 teams that are facing SGC and EnemyWest in this round. So that will be an interesting game to watch. Please come check it out if you're around. I'm not sure which Discord that will be posted on, but you can stay up to date by watching the announcement channel on the DGL Discord or looking at the DGL social media. This is live, and I just want to see, is Banana Boy going to get a cross pick, and then I'll switch to a first person. Can I find Banana Boy? So he's looking, it looks like he's looking for Syntax, who in prior rounds had gone up to those balconies. Ruben has gotten all the way up to B. He's going to get naded. No, he dodges away from the nade. That's good. Nobody's dead yet. Nobody's dead yet. And there's two players from Enemy West stacked up, waiting to enter B, right next to Ruben. And they've cleared this sight line. Okay, Glanton kills Connor. Ruben refrags. Doesn't know there's a second player there, so he's gonna get. Oh, he doesn't get picked. Oh, okay. Monitor Zero does a good job finding that kill. Now look at this. Enemy West pinched B. Sugar Shane came from below, and they've got B control. And Glanton made it to A. Banana Boy's last alive. I didn't even see all these kills happen. They must have killed a couple on Cat while I wasn't looking. They shouldn't be allowed to do that. But Banana Boy's now got to try and clear. Oh, with just a pistol. This is the downside of using the bolt action. But quite honestly, Glanton misses a couple shots there. Banana Boy is able to win the gunfight with the pistol. Chooses to stick with the bolt action, which is not... Well, it doesn't matter now because Syntax was waiting for him at the top of Cat. So it's a good round from Enemy West. That round decisively won. We do confirm that T-Mask rejoined SGC. He just dropped connection and his KD was reset. So we will see how he fares the rest of the game. But I don't know if Enemy West spent that time strategizing or they just changed something that round on the fly and it worked, or if they just got lucky. But Enemy West finds plenty of kills and plenty of success, able to decisively win that round. And T-Mask, let's see if we can find Syntax. Where's Syntax? Oh, I had him. Come on. NWI makes these UIs really intuitive. Syntax checking a nade deep, not using a bolt action, but he is gonna... Oh, Glanton jumps down. It's a good pick onto Banana Boy. Ruben frags Gerbil on B. He's gonna peek the bridge and get this kill. Oh, yep, gets the kill. Okay. Canadian Bacon gets a frag kill onto Sugar Shane. Glanton gets a kill. No, that's Syntax getting the kill into Major Connor. So it's now a 2v3, and Glanton is creeping behind B. He's in a very good spot. Oh, no. Syntax gets picked up by Canadian Bacon off of B. Or no, sorry, top Cat. So Glanton last alive. If he peeks left here... Oh, see, now he's on, and he's giving him too much time to react. So they're going to creep here into office. Face-to-face gunfight, and Ruben, unfortunately, is just able to react quicker and kill Glanton. So that's your first half. It's 8-2 in SGC's favor. We're going to switch back. Well, switch side. SGC will take the insurgent side. I will say, I don't know if I made this clear earlier, security is the favored side on this map. So as bad as it looks for Enemy West, if they're going to do a comeback, this is the side they want to get a comeback on. They are in a position where if they find a way to shut down SGC's B play, particularly from the insurgent side, if Enemy West can throw some good nades and get on B aggressively from this side, they have a chance. They have a good chance to make a comeback. I mean, it's still a comeback. It's still going to be difficult, but security being the favored side, this is the side they need if they're going to do a comeback. And we'll take a moment to wait. The red timer at the bottom of the screen is a bug NWI introduced in the last update. Now, whenever we restart rounds or call for extended time while we're in a pause, the timer turns red. And there's no way to fix it besides restarting the server, which would erase the score and the stats and stuff like that. So we try and avoid that. And we just suffer. The way you can tell whether it is overtime or not is I believe that the red gets a little bit brighter and blinks when it is actually overtime versus this dull faded red that we have at the bottom now. So it is not overtime until the red gets redder. I don't know what we're waiting for. Everybody's still connected. Ruben's on the wrong team. No, Ruben's just not alive. Yeah, so I don't know what we're waiting for. Somebody might need to go to the bathroom. It might be as simple as that. I don't think we have anything in chat. So we will see. Looking at loadouts really quick, as much as I can confirm, we have, okay, so 3 M14s. M14s on this map are likely because the range and the penetration needed, with the amount of sheet metal you have around the map, being able to penetrate those surfaces and still deal a lot of damage on the other side can be very helpful. And then back with these last two players, that is a G3, and I forget who uses it. Well, let's see if I can spot them. Who uses the G3? Not sure. Anyway, somebody uses a G3. The G3 is a one-shot. Not as meta because it shoots quite slow. I think it's about a 600 RPM compared to the 900 or so that the M14 is, but let's see. Syntax. Going to throw a pre-nade to try and nade mid-street, and then he's going to climb these stairs. Oh, Banana Boy rushing. He's going to pick off both of these players! kills Gerberworld, kills Monitor Zero. Sugar Shane answers with a kill on the T-Mask, but it's not going to be enough. Canadian Bacon finds Sugar Shane in mid-cat. Ruben is getting all sorts of bullet holes given to him, but is able to escape death using a 3-time scope here. This is an unorthodox class as it gets, but I guess he's deciding that the range is valuable. So SGC has 4 alive, and they're actually going to Cat B here in a moment, but they may wait. Yeah, okay, Ruben's patience is unfortunately not enough. Finally gets the kill onto Glanton. I really thought he was going to miss that. Syntax Error is spotted and damaged and last alive, and is going to have to hunt for kills again. Nobody on his end of the map. Well, I shouldn't say that. I mean, he's kind of trapped. Ruben is here. Oh, Syntax either presses the wrong button or thinks he has more time than he does. He chooses to go prone instead of shooting. Banana Boy able to clean up. So that's a triple for Banana Boy that round, and it all came from Banana Boy absolutely sprinting down Main Street and then peeking behind B to get these 2 kills before the security team is even able to arrive at B. And again, Banana Boy, a predominant user of the slide boost, which is a game mechanic. It's open for use. It looks absolutely ridiculous when he does it. He turns into the flying squirrel, but it gets him where he needs to go, and most other people have not learned to use it. Again, we're going to see Syntax throw this nade. Banana Boy this round is sniping, but misses 2 shots, so he's not able to get the cross pick. Major Connor, look at these scopes that SGC is using. Ruben gets the kill onto Sugar Shane. That's under Cat. On B, though, we have 2 of EnemyWest and nobody contesting. Ruben is now going to creep up and try and touch, which he will safely be able to touch. But once he's called out, they're going to start shooting at him, maybe from top Cat. Oh, Syntax barely missed the sightline onto Ruben. If he looks... Oh, he's focusing on this player at the back. Banana Boy is just giving him a dance. Glanton finally kills Ruben off of B. Wow, Banana Boy actually kills Syntax after Syntax dumps several mags towards him. Major Connor, excellent flick shot onto Glanton. And Canadian Bacon has made it to B to contest. Now he is called out and spotted, and it's a 2v1 on B. He doesn't know that there's a player below him, I believe, is where this player is. Yeah, there's a player below him. Now he hears it. Major Connor off of Cat is able to kill Gerberworld below, and Monitor Zero kills Bacon. That's unfortunately Bacon's error. He just missed, shot about half a mag to the side of Monitor, and Monitor is going to get contested from Connor, but they know exactly, yeah, the timing of that contest means that Monitor knew exactly where Connor was. That was the only place he could have contested from. Similarly, he knows that the next player has contested from the exact same spot. Maybe not. Maybe he's thinking he might have came from the bridge, but it's a 2v1. I'm surprised that T-Mask... Oh, T-Mask has lagged out. Yeah. So T-Mask obviously having connection issues and disconnects after Monitor Zero gets the kill onto Banana Boy. So EnemyWest able to win that round. 3-9. Even if T-Mask is in the game, that's still a decent chance that EnemyWest wins that round, because T-Mask then has to mobilize to get over to B. But we have no idea for how much of that round T-Mask was disconnected or unable to participate. But even still, all credit to EnemyWest. They did a good job that round. They got onto B. They fought for the objective. And what I really want to see is this sniper duel. Banana Boy versus Syntax down the main street. One thing I will point out, SGC I think has every player except Banana Boy using a scope, and that's only when Banana Boy is using a submachine gun. When he's using a bolt action, he is using a scope. But maybe T-Mask using it 1 time? That's only a 2 times. I wouldn't consider that to be a heavy scope on Bacon, so that's not too bad. Reaper. Okay, so they have swapped Reaper in. I know Reaper is their substitute. He's listed on the roster, so he's a eligible player, but he will be used as a substitute here. T-Mask either had to go or has given up on trying to get the internet working. And it looks like we are restarted and possibly going live. So again, I want to see if Banana Boy is somewhere. Where are you? There. Okay, so Banana Boy's on a submachine gun this round, so he is not going to do the cross pick. I don't think Reaper's a sniper. Yeah, it looks like Reaper. Alright, well, the UI is all messed up because I'm watching Banana Boy hold an AS Val, and he's the only person on his team who's not showing as having an AS Val. So we'll see what happens there. He is going to slide boost and bunny hop up the main street to the B. Bacon gets a kill onto Syntax. Syntax frags Banana post-mortem. And Monitor Zero has crept into the bottom of B. He's not able to contest from down here, but he actually probably prefers that because he wants to get these kills. Yeah, see, he's going to try and spot these players, get the kill. He doesn't know this player is in office. Ruben being in office is probably a surprise to SGC. I would not be shocked if he does get a kill as one of them comes up the staircase that he's aiming at. Either that or he's been heard because the player below him is going particularly slowly. And Monitor Zero has contested, so they know he's on the objective. Oh, Bacon's going to get shot in the back here. Sugar Shane lurking below Cat. Major Connor finds Glanton. So he now controls Cat. Now he knows there's this player below. Oh, doesn't see top left of his screen. Now is able to pick off Gerbil. AS Val with a 3 times is wild, man. All props to him just to... Oh, I don't know if he spotted that player, but he knows he's now capping. So Ruben is going to get this B cap, which means Connor is confidently able to approach C and contest. Ruben is going to get the capture. So now you've got 3 players from spawn coming to C. Ruben is going to go to A or spawn camp, but probably do both. And Major Connor is going to get killed here because he's not aimed at the right area. But it doesn't really matter because there's 3 players off spawn coming for Sugar Shane. Sugar Shane, a little bit of animation bug on my end. He was not reloading when I switched to him. But regardless, unable to get 2 kills, only able to get 1. And so EnemyWest does lose the round. By the way, Reaper, the only person whose rank is actually showing, and that is not a mistake. He is actually that high. A lot of SGC have a very high experience level, I guess you would call it, rank. So, and again, just a UI bug. Everybody else's level 0. These are not Smurf accounts or anything crazy. The only Smurf is our father, who art like. Hallowed be his name. So Glanton's gonna. I've seen this cross-pick. AOG was doing this the other. If they peek, yeah, he's gonna do this jiggle peek here, and it's just such a small sight line. But he's gonna now fall, and he doesn't die. Almost does. Oh, Major Connor hears the footsteps below. I don't know if he recognizes it. See, oh, that's scope. Reaper also gets a kill. Gerbil World is on B, but gets picked up by Reaper. So Reaper doing a great job coming in as a sub, getting 2 kills this round already. Glanton's going to try and cross the street, finds one, eventually gets the kill after some recoil. Spot, oh, I thought he spotted Reaper, but does not spot Reaper, and so walks in front of him. And now Syntax, last alive. Good spot, able to get the shot onto Crown. Unfortunately, B cap comes in after that, so it's kind of nullified. And Syntax being spotted there is going to cause a problem. Now, yeah, he is in a position to try and shoot Reaper at the behind that box. You can see his gun barrel just barely there. But the big issue again is got a minute and a half left. The other team controls 2 objectives. They have 5 people alive. Syntax needs to hunt for kills, but he has to do it quick enough that he can eventually touch an objective without giving up A. And as you see, SGC very, very happy to sit back and wait for Syntax to make a move. Not going to be pushing aggressively. Even Banana Boy, who may have aggressive gameplay programmed into his DNA. Even Banana Boy is sitting back. Now, one person is pushing up. Major Con doing a little bit of scouting, or just... Yeah, that was a interesting way to approach. Bashing that door open might be the loudest noise one can make. Wow. Very tight angle to just barely not be seen, Syntax. But obviously Banana Boy choosing not to expose himself to that angle. Oh, Top Cat could see him. Yep, and he gets called out. So now they're going to pinch. And again, these tight little gaps in this metal is all it takes to get a shot onto somebody. Top right, Syntax does not spot Ruben. And so that is going to be the game. 11-3 in SGC's favor. So EnemyWest takes 2 pretty severe losses today. That's going to be a -2 for the win-loss. It's also going to be bad for the round differential. EnemyWest is going to need a big week next week when they play KY. So tune in next week to try and catch that game, because if EnemyWest does not win at least 1 map, probably 2 maps against KY, they're looking to get demoted back down to D4, which is, I know, something that they're trying to avoid. Meanwhile, SGC in a very good spot. Their match next week against TAW is going to be the deciding factor, hopefully, about who's going to win this division. So anyways, I hope you have enjoyed the cast. This has been, my name's Muzzle, and we're watching the DGL Season 4. This was a Division 3 matchup between EnemyWest and SGC Firefighters. If you're interested in playing some competitive, you can go to thedgl.com. We have a Discord. In there's pugs. You can also look for a team to join or just create a team of your own. And the next round's going to be starting in March, so if you're interested in playing, you've got a few weeks to start prepping and get signed up. Please let us know. reach out, join the community. My name's been Muzzle, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.